So this morning, Jeff Grubb got out and was sharing what he had been hearing, which was that as of now, what he's heard is that there is not a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo coming in that usual E3 time frame.
I can see that.
Which, on one hand, it's like, yeah, they're unshackled from E3. They've known for a long enough time that they weren't going to do that they didn't need to worry about putting this show together. But on the same hand, there was a lot of stuff that would happen in the summer that was in service of promoting the holiday lineup.
Exactly.
So, like, you have E3, and then that flows right into Comic-Con, which flows into PAX. And you have all these demos that you're showing off and games that you're talking about beat after beat. There's there's a big press tour that happens in the summer in a lot of different cities where, hey,
and it kind of
mainstream
hinges
media.
on you announcing what games you have upcoming for the rest of the year.
Right. Like, there are still, like, super long lead print publications that Nintendo wants to be in.
Yeah.
Where, like, if you don't talk to them about this in July, you're not going to get in it.
That's right. We used to have press tours in the summertime specifically for that reason. And it was based on the fact that you announced all your holiday or the titles for the rest of the year in June, and you have playable demos from E3 in June.
Exactly.
Now that has fallen away, like, what does that mean for, excuse me, the sort of the announcement calendar, and also what does it mean for the holiday schedule?
Yeah. So I'm not saying that invalidates what Jeff Grubb is saying. I don't know. But I do think what happens with a June or that June time frame will kind of indicate, like, what the Switch has left in it.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have anything then, and they're just kind of letting all this time pass without having a clear holiday schedule, there might be less in the tank than we think.
Yeah, it starts to get a little tricky once you get past, like, August,
Yeah, because, the industry really does look like Madden coming out is the start of the holiday season. And Madden comes out like the end of August. And then it's like, we got that big, get the heavy hitters out, get ready for the holidays.
It's like September, we call it Shocktober for a reason. September and then Shocktober is like your only 2 months of like heavy holiday time marketing and releases. And anything really November and beyond starts to feel like not really going to make a difference for you sales-wise in the holiday schedule. So
right. And you always want to have a game coming out all of those months to capitalize on the holiday opportunity.
Exactly. And the other thing that we talked about a lot that is not even anywhere on this list at all is like Nintendo is still sort of missing that like big mainstream holiday game. That's like
this is your Mario game?
Mario the movie, the game. Where are you? Because they do need something for like the family and for like the little boy to like unbox on Christmas morning to play with his, his like family and stuff like that. Like Nintendo, they want that like mass appeal, that like sort of expanded audience. Tears of the Kingdom is not going to be that for them. It's going to be more like, the core gamers that we used to call it, and like the existing Switch audience. But in terms of like expanding it for the holidays, they don't have anything right now on this list. It doesn't seem like it's there.
Well, to that point, those are games, like if it is a truly like expanded audience, more casual game, you can announce and put that out pretty quick.
You can, but you also don't want to wait too long because you do have like your existing like people that are paying attention that you want to capture too, But if that, again, the counterpoint to that is, if that is your big thing for the holidays, you would not want that anchoring a Nintendo Direct. This big casual game. No. Yeah. Unless it's a Mario game that everybody can.
Big Brain Academy.
Everybody can enjoy a Mario
sequel.
game.
Yes.
You're
really holding on tight to the Mario game.
Mario game, where are you? It would be such a huge miss. Like, can they really do this? Where they have a year of amazing Mario expanded audience stuff, like a movie and a theme park, and not have a game? Are you kidding me? That's dumb.
We also have, in September, Nintendo Live, we have some updates in our news section where we'll talk about that. But that is something where, you're going to have a lot of fans there. Like, yes, you can do things around the games that are already out. They've talked about having tournaments for games that are already out, but it would be nice to have something fresh.
They want
to get people excited.
I don't think it's going to be at Nintendo Live at all. I kind of feel like what they're going to do is some kind of like drip feed.
Twitter drops.
Yeah. over the summer like they did last year.
I think that makes sense.
Could potentially have an indie showcase in the summer.
Sure.
And sort of have like a non-direct that way, but have some sort of announcement for smaller games.
Yeah.
It can even be a third-party showcase, but nothing first-party in terms of a direct. They'll do Nintendo Live, which will be a fan, like, photo op-y, play the existing games, here's another Splatoon tournament kind of thing. And then maybe not that same time, because they have Nintendo Live the 1st through the 4th. They might do a direct, like, in September, but not at the same time. Like, that week of the 10th.
Before or later?
Later.
Later.
Week of the 10th.
Okay.
Whatever week is after Nintendo Live. That's what I think.
Okay.
Put that in the potentially being right
yeah
box there. I don't know. But that's my feeling.
Yeah. I mean, either way, again, if there's not the June Direct, it does feel like we're in the... how can we buy time on the schedule? How can we still keep people playing? So,
absolutely. It's going to be like the sustain interest.
Right.
Which is hard to do and annoying. So get ready for that. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, but also, I mean, they may be well positioned for this because they may have just games that are done, that are just sitting and ready for a rainy day like this. Like a Wind Waker HD, for example. I mean, that's a big enough game that's like, yeah, we could even put that out, in like December or something if we needed something for the holidays. I don't know. Who knows?
Sure. Clear that, there's a lot of unanswered questions that I'm sure they're thinking about.
I do also go back to, remember when Nintendo pulled out of E3, one of the talking points, and I was skeptical of this at the time, was like they didn't have the lineup to support a proper E3 booth.
Yeah,
might
have been the case.
Maybe there's more to that than we thought.
Yeah, you are getting to the end of the Switch life cycle for sure. Like no matter how you slice it, we're getting close to the end. They probably have obviously this whole year, but we're getting to the point where people are probably thinking like, wow, this next big thing.
Switch to announcement when?
On a Link t-shirt.
Stop beating around the bush.
It's going to be on Link's t-shirt in Tears of the Kingdom, right?